Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. This morning, I am going to reveal Secret Project X. Now, there's a guitar here on my workspace, but fortunately, my workspace is now big enough I can push the guitar in the back whilst I show you what you want to see. You want to see Secret Project X. So underneath this towel is Secret Project X. Here is the body. Now get a load of this. Here's the servo mount, and the servo linkage is going to be underneath here. And so to get at the servo linkage, this little bar that holds the servo simply slides in and out of these tabs that are created. It's going to use, I thought this was a 2040 motor. This is actually a 2040 something motor. And I have the spacing of these holes perfect for this motor, but for your average 2040 motor, it's not. So that's going to get revised in the plans. I'm going to do a bunch of changes to the transom. One of the things my prototype builders are going to help me on is where these holes go vertically for the drive unit. The drive unit for what? Here, you guys are going to know what this is. Here is the main body of Secret Project X. It's just a flat plate. Nothing fancy, a flat plate. But when you put it all together, here's what you get, boys and girls. You get a micro F1 boat using that little Pro Boat outboard. It's actually a dummy outboard. It's a strutter. And get a load of this. We're talking shoehorn fit. A battery just barely fits in there. This speed control has to sit above the coupler on a little block. Everything is shoehorned in here. It is tight as can be. The steering, now in the Pro Boat thing, they had a U-joint right here. I'm just allowing for the flex of this shaft. And one thing I've discovered is this stuffing tube can actually run a lot further than I've run it as part of prototype testing. And I've created some shims that I can angle the motor, and I slotted the motor so I can move it up and down. In the production version, I want to have all that finalized, so you just bolt your motor on and you're good to go. I did some clever things here on the servo linkage. I'm actually using a pull-pull system using braided cable. More on that later. One of the smallest props I can find, I think this is a 27 cut down to 26 or 25. Little tiny prop. A bunch of busts in the kit itself. You know, these slots were in the wrong place. These slots are in the wrong place. These aren't right. I neglected to give you these little formers here, so you have to make some of those. I neglected to give you this piece here that goes on here. And I'm going to change around some of the nut plates and such. But there you have it, boys and girls. Secret Project X. I've run this thing once, and I wound up getting a bunch of weeds on the prop, so it went like stink from the get-go, but after a second or two, it loaded up with crap and didn't go nearly as good as it did the first few seconds. So this will be out in testing. I've actually sent prototypes to a couple of builders. One of the builders is up where the water gets really hard this time of year. So we may not see a whole lot of testing. Big B has one, and I want to see some testing from Big B. And what I'm looking for is the motor height and the motor angle. I want a good angle. Right now, this thing runs, you know, you'll see a lot of these things on the straights, you know, going into the wind like this. This thing runs at a really good attitude. It's only slightly bow high like that. And it runs like a dream. Anyway, there's like a 3-second video clip I'll show you at the end of this video. So until next time, boys and girls, jet out. Oh, hey, yeah.